Hello everyone! The time has finally come to share this project with you. Something very dear to my heart that I've been working on alone for the past 5 years. For as long as I can remember, along with making my own figures, I have also wanted to make my very own movie or documentary about dinosaurs and other prehistoric animals. Something like the incredible movies and shows of my childhood, like Walking with Dinosaurs, Prehistoric Park, Walking with Beasts, and Jurassic Park, just to name a few. 5 years ago, I decided to finally do something towards this lifelong dream and do everything I could to make it happen. So I began to draw and keep on going until this fantasy was brought into existence. I was going to finally make it happen no matter what, even if I only had a pen to do it. After watching lots of YouTube tutorials, I taught myself how to animate my drawings. Then I got myself a microphone and started to record various animal sounds to give my moving illustrations a voice. It was really hard. There were so many learning curves and everything took so long to put together, working non-stop for days on end through power cuts, PC crashes, and lockdowns. But I've finally reached a point where I'm ready to show you all that I've done, and with your help hopefully take this to the next level. So without further delay, this is everything I've made so far for my animated short film / documentary on Carnotaurus. Here on the vast and open coastal plains of ancient Argentina, the morning mist rolls into the air, the fresh, salty fragrance of the ocean enveloping the land and surrounding savannas of fern. Millions of bright, delicate flowers begin to open, greeting the embrace of the morning sun in spring. Such a beautiful sight, which is relatively new to the world at this time in the late Cretaceous. Cutting through these green lands are many rivers, twisting and turning, eventually joining into large estuaries feeding back into the sea. These lands are full of life and home to many ancient creatures, including fish, turtles, lizards, snakes, crocodiles, and largest of them all, dinosaurs. This is the home of Carnotaurus. Truly a remarkable animal. Carnotaurus was a large but lightly built carnivore, about 7 to 9 meters long, with powerful legs, a muscular tail, tiny minuscule forelimbs, and sporting 2 large horns on top of its head. This predator looks nothing like anything living today. Carnotaurus belongs to a rather bizarre group of dinosaurs known as the Ambelosauridae. Characterized by their tiny arms and tall but short skulls, ambelosaurs ruled as the top predators of most of the southern hemisphere during the late Cretaceous period, with some species surviving right to the very end of the Mesozoic, 66 million years ago. During this point in time, sea levels were much higher than they are today, resulting in a clear divide between the northern and southern continents of our world. These landmasses are known as Gondwana in the south and Laurasia in the north. Each side was home to its own unique creatures, many of which evolved independently of one another. While ambelosaurs filled the role as top predators in their southern environments, in the northern hemisphere the much larger tyrannosaurids reigned supreme. Being separate from each other, the smaller ambelosaurs had very little competition to challenge their rule. However, it wasn't always this way. Several million years in the past, ambelosaurs, like the ancestors of Carnotaurus, had to contend with very dangerous and much larger carnivores, such as the truly massive Carcharodontosaurs. Earlier in the Cretaceous of South America, these lands were home to the terrifying Mapusaurus, and before that the larger still Giganotosaurus, which may have grown even bigger than Tyrannosaurus rex. When these giants were around, the ambelosaurs would have to keep their distance and survive in the shadows of these titans. Although for reasons not yet clear, the large Carcharodontosaurs started to disappear midway through the Cretaceous. This was around the time known as the Turonian, leaving the niche of top predators wide open in the southern hemisphere. With these predators out of the picture, the ambelosaurs were finally able to take over and ruled virtually unchallenged for millions of years. Today, this male Carnotaurus holds his head high. In his territory there's little to challenge him. Right now his only fear is an encounter with another member of his species, a meeting which at this time of the year is very common. Here in ancient South America, 72 to 69.9 million years ago, it is the time of spring, and with it the welcome end to a dry winter. Argentina at this time had very distinctive seasonal periods, consisting of humid summers and very dry winters. Right now, however, spring is in the air and all is becoming green and humid again. This is the mating season for Carnotaurus, and this male will need to start impressing some ladies. Using his sense of smell, he can track down any wandering females in the area. Carnotaurus is thought to have a very powerful sense of smell, stronger in fact than many other related ambelosaurs, something which the South American members of the family seem particularly good at. Like many creatures alive today, a male Carnotaurus can easily track down a nearby female in season, although in this particular case, she isn't the only thing he smells. So this is everything I've animated so far for this project. I reached a point where I felt like I had done enough and this work was finally ready to be shown to others who could hopefully help me take this further. I would like to continue to show you what I plan to happen next in the story, although I feel like I should probably not give too much of the story away, as I don't want to completely spoil everything if we're able to get the rest fully made one day, so maybe I should rather hold on to these details for the time being. I really would like to try and pitch this work to someone or try some sort of crowdfunding campaign to get this short film / documentary to the next level. Maybe even get a team together to make this into a series or full-length movie. However, since I live in South Africa, I am unable to apply for the most well-known crowdfunding platforms, such as Kickstarter or Indiegogo. If you have any other suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. I would really appreciate your help with this. I would love to make this into something bigger. Then I could also make figures of the creatures and the animations, which could become merchandise to help these projects grow even further. I really would like to know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. It feels so good to finally share this project and dream with you all, and I really hope one day something more can come from it. If you would like to help support me further, please check out all my figures I have made and have for sale on my website, or consider supporting me on Patreon. Huge thanks to Sam Allred for your continued support. I hope to see you all again very soon.